The special prosecutor in the Karen Reed case has released a statement, and it's about as desirable as a Shannon Burgess crossed with a hot pile of Deaver. Let's take a look. Before we get started, I want to congratulate Hank Brennan for winning nasaliest voice in the Commonwealth for a supporting actor in a cover-up. We're proud of you, Hank. I'm disappointed in the verdict in that we could not achieve justice. What the hell you mean, we? Now, there's no we in this, Hank. This is on you, dog. This dude made somewhere around $500,000 for trying this case when they already had a prosecutor that got paid to do the same but couldn't pull it off. So this guy's like the outside talent, and the best he could do is a guy that hasn't gotten his bachelor's in 20 years and a guy with blue paint on his arm. Your expert witness was an unqualified nerd and a guy that got paid over $400,000 to paint his arm. Well, this is on you, dude. After an independent and thorough review, I concluded that the evidence led to one person and only one person. Oh, yeah, maybe because you believing that it only led to one person enriched you to $500,000. Maybe the evidence only pointed to one person because the rest of the evidence was never even gathered, bro. Some of the key witnesses weren't interviewed until months or years later, after Karen's PI and defense team got involved. The camera footage across the street never even gets looked at. The camera footage at the Sallyport garage mysteriously disappears. The other footage gets flipped and the timestamp flipped. The footage at the library. The detective never went in the house. The fact that the lead detective got fired from the case. What evidence are you talking about, dude? But you gotta give it to him, you know, he's snidely and slippery. He's like, the evidence only pointed to, yeah, because they didn't collect the evidence that would have proved otherwise. But here's my favorite part. The campaign of intimidation and abuse that has been waged, funded, and promoted in public and on social media is the antithesis of justice. Nah, dude, you're not playing that game now. The antithesis of justice is arresting Karen Reed within 2 days for a murder conviction in a very complicated case. It can take weeks or months to press charges on a person after forensics and other interviews, yet they did that with Karen Reed straight from the jump. The special prosecutor and even the basic actions of the people on the scene in the day and the days following proved that everybody thought it was her right from the jump and didn't even try to prove it otherwise. The real injustice and intimidation, which everybody understands, came from the Commonwealth, came from the Canton PD, came from the multitude of entrenched interests that had a hand in and or around this case. The antithesis of justice is using John's clothes as evidence and an exhibit in a case when they sat not in evidence for weeks, and photos had them sitting on the ground and and in that blockhead's truck. Like, the audacity of these demons to come out and try to blame social media people for caring about Karen and caring about actual justice for John O'Keefe is hilarious. Like, he couldn't just take the L and accept his $500,000 and disappear into obscurity. He had to come out and blame social media for intimidation, when the real intimidation happened against Karen Reed before anybody knew about it, by a bunch of alcoholic, corrupt scumbags with a badge.